Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go.
Here we go.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Burrow looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
11 MT. 12. 11. 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Now it's Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This will cost him 11 yards there on the second and goal sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow, led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Got people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Bridgewater again. And Cook has it, left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They run for it with Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, 42 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Now on 2nd and 16, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Pickens. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. Always got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they go play action now. Burrow. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now Austin. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's got room. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Cook. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Bridgewater. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Bridgewater. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. 3rd and long now after the sack. We'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Mix it up the middle. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. It's on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on second down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
12.
Now Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Pickett. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Pickett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
11 Thomas. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go. Eleven.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.